It's a draggy day. All right, so let us come into our seated position. Welcome everybody. I think it's only three of you today. Ma Rosie has no internet. Poor Rosie. She's been suffering with this internet thing for days now. Right, so let's begin. So we're sitting comfortably. Not going to sit for too long because I think I like to do some standing poses today. Remember, if you have any issues, you have to be careful. If something doesn't feel right for you today, you don't have to force yourself into doing it. Okay, modifications for everything. So moving the flesh away from those sits bones, let us lift up the sternum, feel the shoulder blades glide down your back. Resting your hands in your lap and let's close our eyes now. Closing your eyes, this brings us to this, just the surroundings when you're not looking at anything and you're not distracted. We can go deep inside, just feeling your energy today, feeling the surroundings and the support of the earth underneath you. Perhaps the toes resting on the skin there. You can feel your top and your bottom and your. All right. Off to a good start here. Okay, let's get serious now. All right, ladies, let's take a nice big deep breath in. All the way up to the sternum and exhale it all the way down to your belly button. Breathe out the tightness. Anything you don't need or want right now for the next hour on your mat, just try to let it go. Try to draw now into the present moment where you are in your little space on your mat. So the inhale is that nice, nourishing, cool breath coming into the body. The exhale is the warm air leaving your body and taking away, as I said, anything that you don't need or want right now. So inhaling, drawing that oxygen in through both nostrils, fill your lungs up. Exhale through both nostrils, empty as much as you can. We're going to do some alternate nostril breathing now. So your index finger, the next finger is resting on your forehead, and we're going to use the ring finger and the thumb to switch the nostrils. So again, you want to sit up nice and tall, and let's breathe in through both nostrils all the way up. And breathe out through both nostrils. When you breathe out through both nostrils, close the right one off with the thumb and breathe in through the left. Nice slow deep breath all the way up. And then close it with the ring finger, breathe out through the right. All the way out. Breathe back in through the right. Close it with the thumb as we breathe out through the left. Breathe back in through the left. Close it off as you breathe out through the right. Breathe back in through the right. Exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. I'm going to leave you to just do your own thing for a few more rounds, okay? I'm not going to bother you with the talking. Just follow the breath in. Follow the breath out. Each side will have the inhale. Exhale. Inhale back. Switch sides, okay? So continue at your own pace, in your own time. So the next time when you inhale through the left, exhale through the right, release your hand, keep your eyes closed, feel the effects of Nadi-Shodhana, alternate nostril breathing. And then open your eyes, going to come around to the hands and knees. Knees under the hips, open those fingers nice and wide. If you need a little knee padding, please have it nearby and use it. And lengthen that spine, crown and table moving away from each other. And just look down between your hands. Lengthen your right leg out there. Just give it a stretch. Keep it on the mat. Just stretch it. Stretch your upper body. Now lift up your right leg and take it across to the left side. Take a breath here. As you exhale, you're going to turn your upper body and gaze of your eyes over to your left. Maybe you can see your right toes, the little right toes. That's moving across to the left side. So you're doing a little side C curve to the left side of the body. Try not to dump down into the wrists. You want to lift up from shoulders. One more breath here. Okay, turn the head back to center. Lift that right leg up. Take it back. Stretch it out there. And draw that knee in to meet the left knee. Let's go for the other side. So lengthen your left leg, keep it on the mat. Take a breath here and lift that left leg up and slide it over to the right. Exhale and make your C curve and look at your toes is behind you there. Try to keep the chest nice and high. Breathe it in, squeeze it into that right side of the body. Breathe out. Turn the head back to center, lift the leg up, and bring the knee back to meet the right knee. Take a breath, we're going to circle the body now. So hips over to the right, push your buttocks back towards the heel, over to the left, and then come forward again. And notice the elbows will bend to make your little circles. So exaggerate your movement. You can exaggerate it all the way up to the head and the neck. Just keep going. Breathing in. Remember, we coordinate breath with movement and breathing out. Let's come back to center and reverse it. Take it to the other side. Nice big circles. As if your buttocks is drawing a nice circle there on the wall behind you. Using the hips, the shoulders, the neck, and the head. Arms can bend and then straighten. Just work it. Good. And come back to center. You're going to step your right leg up from the outside of your mat. Turn those toes out. Draw your left leg back so you're almost on the top of that knee or that thigh. Be careful here. If this is not working for you. You can curl the back toe under and lift the knee off the mat and give yourself that ease of any pressure on the knees. We can also move up and down, we can rock, we can go around in circles on the balls of that foot, the left foot. Making sure that that right knee is played open to the side. Just giving a nice little stretch there to the psoas muscle, to that groin area, to your lower back. Alright, so then I'm going to gently come down on the knee and take that right leg back behind you. So we can go to the other side. Left leg steps up to the outside of your mat. Turn your toes out. Draw that right knee back. You can choose whether you want to stay on the top of that thigh, towards the knee there, or you want to curl those toes under and lift that knee slightly off the mat. Right? Remember, the poses are not static necessarily, so you can choose to move around if you like to. Just keep the breath going. Notice the feelings and the sensations from this nice deep stretch here. knees. We're going to land on that knee softly. Left leg back to meet the right, curling those toes under, and just push up into downward dog. Ooh. So this is the first downward dog perhaps for the day. So we want to, should be, I don't know. So we want to take it soft and easy right now, okay? So keep the knees bent, pull the core in a bit, and then drop the chest towards the thigh, relax those shoulders away from the ears. Turn your elbows in, your armpits in, and take the pressure off of those shoulders. Keeping the knees bent, you can crouch down a little bit. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Okay. Right, let's step off, take some little baby steps to take you towards the middle top of your mat. And forward, keep the fold. Bend those knees, take hold of opposite elbows and let your head relax down in that little box. Keep your knees bent to take the pressure off of your back. And then let's take the palms underneath your knees and flatten your back. Tailbone and crown moving away from each other and your shoulders away from the ears. You're looking at your mat, breathe in, try not to overstrain that neck part there by looking out in front of you. And let's slide up. Good. Okay, so staying at the top of your mat. Mountain pose, you're going to parallel your feet. So pick up your toes and spread them, pick up the heel and rest it back on the mat. So you want the weight of your body even over the four corners of your feet. Onto the knees, draw those kneecaps up, pull the thigh muscles into the thigh bone, drop that tailbone down, lift your sternum, and your fingers must point all the way down to that mat. So you're drawing away from the shoulders, away from the ears. Bring a soft smile to your face. So close your eyes if it feels right for you to do that, if you're not too wobbly. And just feel your body once more. Soles of the feet, knees, thighs. Tailbone down. You can hit the bathroom muscles slightly and draw them up. Lift your sternum slightly up. And your fingers pointing down towards your mat. Then a soft smile to the face and your crown reaching up to the ceiling. And then open your eyes. Inhaling your arms up. Press palms together and reach up. So you come into a very slight back bend here. Remember to press the feet down. Draw your kneecaps up. Lift up your spine before you take that slight bend. And then release all the way down. Bending your knees. Come all the way down. No tension in that neck. You can shake it yes or no. No tension there. And then we're going to come into the flat back. So it could be the palms on the shins for you, or it could be the palms all the way up on your thighs. So you can choose which one works for you today. So we're in that flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step your right leg back. And then your left leg back. And we come up into plank push-up position. Nice straight line here. Pushing the heels back. Breathe in here. Softly onto the knees, belly, chest, chin low to the mat. Sinking all the way down. And then let's take your palms out to the sides of your mat, all the way out there. Press into your pelvic triangle. Take a breath and as the exhale, push the floor down away from you. As you lift that chest up, tuck your elbows in. Okay, come down slightly. Curl those toes under. Push up. Walk your knees in, curl those toes under, and let's come back into downward dog. Open those fingers nice and wide. Breathe, deep breath in and out. And then we're going to look up between the hands and you can step, little baby steps or a big giant step to bring you all the way up to the top of the mat or just even 3/4 way up. Fold forward, let's come into our flat back. Exhale, forward, inhale, arms nice and wide. Prayer position on top of the head, and let that travel to the heart. Feeling the effects of that round. We're going to do another round on the other side. So let's go. Inhale, arms up. Slide back, bend. Exhale and fold. Coming into your flat back. Exhale, fold. This time the left leg goes back. Right leg goes back to meet it. We come into the plank once more. Shoulders down. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Now soften those knees. Bend the chest low to the mat. And come into upward double cobra. And exhale into downward dog. Walk your knees in a little bit. Curl those toes under. Spread your fingers. And let's lift up into downward dog. Let's lift that right leg up. Stretch it out there behind you. And press your chest closer to the left thigh. Bend that right knee. And let's circle that right knee for 1 and 2. And let's reverse it. Remember to use the core. Pull up through that core for 1 and 2. Stretch that right leg out behind you. And place it on the mat. Take a breath. Let's go for the other side. Left leg lifts up. Push your chest back towards that right thigh. Don't dump into your shoulders. You want to press those shoulders. Press the hands down so the shoulders are relaxed. Bend the knee. And circle that left knee for 1. Nice big circles, getting into the hip joint. 2. And we reverse it. 1 and 2. Good. Stretch that leg back out there behind you. And release it to the mat. Coming into downward dog. Onto the knees. Belly chest straight low to the mat. Release the hands beside your body, fingers pointing to the ankles. Press into your pelvic triangle. Take a breath as you exhale, lift up your face and your chest and your hands. Leave the thighs there. Point your nose to the mat. Take a breath. Stretch, lift up as high as you can. And then slowly lower down. This time we're going to do it again, but with the thighs now. So let's go. Press into your pelvic triangle. Take a breath as you exhale, lift up your chest, your face, your arms, and then the thighs. Squeeze into the legs and the buttocks. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath here. And release, bend those elbows. Let's push back. Good. Step up towards the top of your mat. One leg and then the other. Fold forward, come into your flat back. Exhale forward. Inhale, arms nice and wide. And the prayer position comes back to the heart. Close your eyes. It's the breath. Body nice and warm. Step a little bit wider. Maybe hip width apart. And I know some of you may have some knee issues or any other thing happening. So we're going to take a little soft chair pose here. So let's put the hands on the hips today. Hands on your hips. Take a breath. Nice soft gaze up there in front of you. As you exhale, you're going to bend into the thigh crease. Push your buttocks back, lean forward a little bit. And then drop the buttocks down. Push back into the heel as you sit in that chair. So if this is too much for your knees, you can just stand and just bend the knees very slightly. Right? So push back into the hip crease. Your knees will automatically bend. Drop your buttocks down with the sternum and soft gaze out there in front of you. Now let's take the hands shoulder height. Push into the heels, lift the toes up off the mat to check yourself, and then you can put them back down. Inhale. Exhale. Deep breath in and out. Okay, from here, we're going to lift up. Put your hands back on your hips. You're going to slide your right leg out. Leaning forward. Prepare for warrior 3. Find something to stare out on the floor in front of you there. And when you're ready, lift your right leg up off the mat. If you need to hold on to something beside you or in front of you, please hold rather than struggle with the balance. So your right hip should be in line with the left hip. Draw the sternum away from the belly button. Deep breath in and out. Okay, we're going to take this into three, so draw that right leg in. You can choose to put it on the calf, you can put it on the mat by your ankle, or all the way up onto the thigh, whatever you choose. Not into the, try not to put the foot into the knee joint, please. So stand up nice and tall, find that spot up in front of you, keep staring at it, pulling up through the core. And the arm position is up to you. You can do a prayer position, keep it on the hip, and you can take it all the way up to the ceiling. Just concentrate on that standing leg. Concentrate on that spot in front of you. Concentrate on your breath. Hands on the hip. Take a breath, set that right leg back. And let's bend into that front knee. Make sure that the knee stays on top of the ankle and you're pressing down into this back leg here. Hips are nice and square to the front of the room. If that doesn't work for you, you can have it on a slight diagonal. Inhale your arms up. Take them all the way up. So sink that groin down. Strong pose here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Right, hands on the hips. Take a breath. Jump that back leg in a little. Straighten that front knee. And then forward. Drape over that front thigh. Take a little break here. Your right hip comes forward. Your left hip goes back slightly. Comes to knee. Bend that front knee and step your back leg up to meet that front leg. What's that? Not too bad, right? Okay, shake it out. Alright. Just take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Right, prepare for the other side. So we start in chair. Again, take the chair to your level today. Or if you don't want to do the chair, you can just stand in mounted pose. Take a breath here, hands on the hips. Push back into the hip crease here, pushing the buttocks back. These will automatically bend in that sternum. You can go as deep as you want to or not so deep. If you choose to, the arms can come shoulder height, right? It's up to you. If you're feeling pain anywhere or something is happening, please come out of the pose. Breath in and out. Remember to push back into the heel. Okay, we're going to stand, press down into the feet, stand up. Hands on the hips, draw that left leg back. Take a breath. Find a spot down there in front of you to stare at as we lean forward. And pick that left up. Square in the hips. Take hand position if you feel like today. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let's take that into tree pose now. So as we come up, left leg will come in. Find that spot out there in front of you. Drop the shoulders down with the sternum. Crown reaching up to the light. Anchor yourself through that standing leg, concentrating. And then you can move the arms if you like to. If you want to try something a little different on this side, it's entirely up to you. Take a breath. Let's take that right leg back. So now we're bending into that left leg back, bending into the right knee. Square the hips slightly to the front. Sink a little deeper. Inhale your arms up. Press into the back of that leg there. That left leg. You want to really press down into that left leg. Reaching those arms up there. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, hands on the hips. Jump that back leg in a little bit. Straighten that front knee. Take a big breath here and just fold forward, draping your upper body over that right thigh. Drawing that right hip slightly back. And just relax. Okay, bend in the front knee, step the back leg up to meet it. Pull it forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms nice and wide as we come up. And take that preposition to the front. Okay, inhale those arms up, side back bend. Exhale and fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, step right leg back. Left leg back. Now position. Lower down, bend the chest too. Going into upward dog. Exhale. Into child's pose. So you're going to take the knees away from each other. Big toes touch, pushing the buttocks back towards the heel. If this is not available to you today, you can try your puppy stretch. So whichever one you choose, it's fine. So the puppy stretch and child's pose is really good for your spine. So you want to press into the hands, draw back, and feel that good stretch, especially the muscles that run on either side of the spine. Okay, we're going to come up and walk towards the long edge of your mat like this. And up onto the knees, we're going to extend that left leg out. Use a little padding under that right knee if you need to. Okay, so and the knee should be under that hip. Now, some people like to square the foot so, and some like it like this, or you can even draw the toes back. It's up to you. Inhale both arms up. So lengthen them out to the sides, and then take your left hand down beside your left leg, and bring your right hand up as we slide over. Open up that chest. You may take the gaze of the eyes over towards that right side, so you don't put any pressure on the neck, or just look down on the ground in front of you. So pick up that right side as you stretch over to the left. Gate pose. Okay, slowly slide up. We're going to put the right hand on the mat and lift. Opening up the gate now, so we're going to lift that left leg off the mat. Extend that chest. So pull your sternum away from that belly button. Breathe in, breathe out. And release. Draw that knee in. And let's go for the other side. So the right leg is extended, left knee down underneath that left hip. Inhale, arms up. Exhale out to the side. And then the right hand goes to the right thigh, left hand up. Take a big breath here, and when you exhale, you're going to slide over to that right side. Open up that left rib cage. Turn the gaze of the eyes either down on your mat or slightly to the left. Make sure the shoulders are nice and open here. Posture should be steady and comfortable. Follow that breath in and out. And then we're slowly going to slide up. Put a hand on the mat or a block. Just demonstrate the block here for you in case. And then we can raise that right leg off. When you do that, you want to open that chest up. Raise the hand or you can just keep it on the hip. You choose. And release. Right, slide that knee in. We're going to stay on the long edge of the mat. So we're going to come to widening those legs out there like this. Turning the toes slightly out. And then walk your hands a little bit out here like this. Open those fingers nice and wide. We're going to push back and drop the head so your ears are lined up with your upper inner arms. If this is too much of a stretch for you, you can bend the knees slightly. Keep the breath going now. Walk your hands in. Bend your right knee and walk over to that right side, stretching that left inner thigh. And let's go for the other side. So the right toes are going to come in and you're going to turn your left toes out. Walk over to your left side and stretch your right inner thigh. Come back to center. Draw the feet in a little bit, keep the toes turned out. Interlace the hands behind your back, drop the head all the way down. With the knees are slightly bent here now, so we don't put any pressure on those hamstrings or your lower back. Take a breath here, and as you exhale, interlace the fingers behind you and lift those hands up off your back. Squeeze those shoulders together. Squeeze your palms together. Remember the knees are soft or bent. And lift those arms off your back to your edge of comfort. So we can pull those shoulders back in towards that spine a little bit more. Okay, slowly release the hands, slide them down your back, back onto the mat. Turn towards the top of your mat. Step back into downward dog. Okay, I'm going to come down onto the knees very softly here. Lift them in and let's sit. Turn around. Just sit. Very nice. But you feel all stretched and warm now, right? All right, so moving the flesh away from the sits bones. Let's sit up nice and tall, lifting the sternum, relax the shoulders down. Just close your eyes for a moment, relaxing into your elbows. Ensure that you're relaxed. Shoulders away from the ears. Okay, take a breath as you exhale, drop your chin to your chest. Tip the right ear over to the right shoulder. Sit up tall. Chin to chest, left ear to left shoulder. Again, chin to chest, right ear to right shoulder. Sitting up tall. Stretching up the left side of the neck. And chin to chest, left ear to your left shoulder. Chin to chest, and let's bring the head back up to center. We're going to interlace the fingers and place them under the chin. Take a big breath here. It's a seagull breath. We're going to inhale, and as you use those fingers to lift the head up, you're going to open your palms and your elbows away from each other. Keep the fingers pressed into the chin as you look up. And then as you exhale, you're going to close the palms, bringing the head back to center, slightly down, and the elbows come in. Okay, got a sense of that, everybody? Let's go. Inhale, open. Big, sip that air in. Sip some more air in. Exhale all the way down. So pressing the chin into the fingers and the fingers into the chin. And let's go again. Inhale. And at the top here, we're going to sip some more air in there, and exhale all the way down behind that belly button. Squeeze that air out. One more like this. Inhale, open. Exhale. And release. Okay, take a big breath in. We'll circle that upper body over to the right, forward, all the way over to the left. Roll that tailbone underneath you and push back. So take your time. Feel those sitting bones drawing that circle on that mat underneath you. One more in this direction. Come up to center, all the way up, and then reverse it. Other side. Exhale to come forward. Inhale as you go back. Let the breath move that body. Last one. And slowly come back up. Okay. Take your left hand across to the right knee. Right hand beside your body. Take a breath. We're going to take a little twist here. So you want to keep the chest nice and high here as we twist. So push your buttocks back on your waist and your rib cage. And not so much in the neck. You want to be very careful of the neck area. Nice and seated twist. Okay, slowly come back to center. Leave your left hand on that right knee. We're going to take the right hand onto the left knee. Take a breath here and just pull that chest up. And just lean forward a little. Breathe in, breathe out. Okay, so we're going to leave the right hand on the left knee. Let's take that left hand back behind you. Lift up your spine and exhale, twist to the left. Shoulders back, sternum lifted. Buttocks goes back first and then the waist and the rib. And slowly come back to center. Excellent. All right. Let's reverse our table today. So we're going to extend those legs up there. Find a comfortable place for your arms. You're going to slide your heels in. Press down and lift up. And then walk your feet out. You want to lift all the way up. Slide those knees out there so they stay on top of the ankles there. And then press into the hands and lift yourself up. Try to tip the head back, tilt it. If it doesn't, just fall. Breathe in, breathe out. And then slowly release. elbows. Nice. Sit side cross-legged again if that works for you, or any other way that feels comfortable. And we're going to do our eagle arms. So let's stretch out those arms after just putting pressure on them like that. So arms out, right hand across the chest, left hand on top. And if you can't catch your palms, it's okay. You can hold wherever feels comfortable. And take a breath now. Lift those arms up, all the way up. Close your eyes, lift that sternum away from the belly button. Get back a little bit. Round to the ceiling, soft smile on the face. Just lift the hands up a little bit more. And release this side. Ooh, nice. Let's shake it out. Right, other side, arms up. Other side. Side for me, yes. And we're going to lift those arms up a little bit, though not too high yet. Just starting on this side, so take your time, close your eyes, with that sternum up. Take your breath, connect to it. Maybe you can lift those arms up high. You can't leave them where they are. And slowly release. Wow. Okay. Keeping the fingertips on your shoulders. We're going to circle those elbows 3 times in one direction. 3. And reverse it. 2. Shake it up. Okay, we find our way onto our back. Come down towards the bottom of your mat. And you come down onto your back, bring your thighs into your chest. Just give them a little hug towards the chest. Placing a palm on top of each knee. Let's make some circles with those knees. Inhale to start the circle. Exhale when the knees come towards the chest. And then we reverse that circle. Okay, taking the feet in tabletop position. Line up your ankle with the knee. And take the heel of your hand and press it to the top of the knee, so your fingers point up towards the ceiling. Take a breath, you're going to pull the tummy back down towards your spine and hold it in there. Take another breath here, you're going to push your knees into your palms and your palms into the knees at the same time. Push, push, push. And then release it a little bit. Keep the tummy pressed into the spine. I'm going to do this again. Take a breath here, and you're going to push the knees into the palms and palms into the knees. Notice where you're feeling that. Press, press, press. And release. 2 more like this. Take a breath as you exhale. Now you're going to press knees to palm, palms to knees. And release. Last one. Take a breath. Knees into palm, palm into knee. Press, 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 press. And release. And breathe both legs up towards the ceiling. Stretch. Bend those knees. Place the soles of the feet on the mat. You want to walk your feet out to the side edges of your mat and then drop your right inner thigh down. Taking your hands, let's put our hands behind the skull today. Open up that chest. Hands behind the skull, elbows out. Dropping your right inner thigh down towards the center of your mat, across to the left side. Let it melt down. Feel it melting. Sit to the mat. And then release that leg back up to center. Let's try this on the left side. Big breath in. As you exhale, drop that left inner thigh down. Stay there, don't force it. Gravity will take it to the mat. Keep the breath going. Let it melt towards the mat. Feel it melting down. Some more. And release it. Feet in. Take the thighs towards the chest and cross your right ankle on top of your left thigh. Flex both feet. Now take your right hand through the belly area into that little hole you formed there, and you hold the left thigh and draw that left thigh to the chest. Take your right arm and push that right leg out to the whatever's in front of you there. Okay, and then we're going to release this side. So now you're going to cross the left leg on top of the right. All right. Take a breath as you exhale. Now we're going to bring the right thigh in. Flex both feet and draw that right thigh towards the chest. Breathe in, breathe out. Take your left arm bone and push that left leg out. Notice and feel the stretch. And then release that side. Okay, arms out to the side. Last pose here before we go to the relaxation. We'll drop both thighs over to the right side. A little twist here and the upper body to the left. You can take your right arm and rest it on top of the left thigh. As you take that twist, it might deepen it a little bit for you. You can try that, experiment with it, see what happens there. Relax the shoulders, close your eyes, and just connect to your feelings, your sensations. Turn the nose up, top leg comes up, roll back onto your back, put your feet on the mat, and then just shift the buttocks over to the right and take your thighs to the left. So you can do the same thing. If you want to take that left arm bone, the hand there, press it into the top of your right thigh, you can try that. Try to relax the shoulder. If it is not relaxed, please put something underneath it. And twist the upper body to the right. Close your eyes, relax your face. Turning the nose up, top leg comes up, bottom leg follows it. The shift right back onto the back. You want your body nice and straight on the mat. Take the thighs to the chest one more time, give them a hug. And then lengthen both legs out on the mat. We deserve a nice stretch here. Stretch your arms overhead. Stretch, stretch. And release the hands to your side. So adjust your body and your clothes on your mat now. So we get really nice and comfortable for a few minutes of integrating everything and just relaxing and letting go. I know we all have busy times and we wash off the mat and go back into the busy life that we all have. So let's just savor this last few minutes here. So I'd like you to make sure that you are not engaging in any thought at this time. You're letting go. You're releasing and you're relaxing. So bring a soft smile to your face. Take a deep breath here. And as you exhale, you're going to just relax all the way down to your mat. Feeling relaxed, no pressure anywhere. Slowly begin now to awaken the body. You may begin by deepening your breath. Perhaps treating yourself to a stretch. When it feels right for you, you may roll onto your side and hug yourself in the fetal position. Pressing into the top hand, extend the top leg and carefully push yourself back up into your comfortable seated position. Keeping your eyes closed, you want to move the flesh away from the sits bones. Press them down into your mat, reach your crown to the ceiling. Bring that soft smile to your face. Take the peace you feel here on your mat, offer it to others that you may encounter for the rest of today or the rest of the week. Adi Om Shanti Shanti Peace. Slowly open your eyes. Peace. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you, ladies.